Why Lake Superior deserves its name. A Canadian musician once sang that Northern Ontario, Canada, was a land of rocks, trees, and water. This is undeniable. Smack dab in the middle of this enormous country is a gigantic lake on a titanic rock, guarded by billions of pine, spruce, and fir trees. Sometimes called the Kingdom of Lakes, Canada has more lakes than any other country. It holds about 20% of the world's fresh water. Half of Canada sits on the Canadian Shield, one of the oldest rock formations on Earth. It covers approximately 8 million square kilometers, about 3 million square miles. Parts of the Precambrian rock are 4 billion years old. It is home to thousands of lakes. The Shield cradles one of the most dangerous lakes in the world, Lake Superior, Canada. This is a lake on a mildly windy autumn afternoon along its north shore at a swimming beach. Other ways to describe dangerous: perilous, hazardous, treacherous, deadly. The first people, Anishinaabe, called the lake Gitchigami, which means great sea, for good reason. The sleeping giant Nanabiju lies in the harbor of Thunder Bay, waiting for the right moment to reawaken. The Silver Islet mine, once the largest producer of silver in the world, lies cold and quiet beneath the waves, flooded by a raging storm. Other windy words: blustery, tempestuous, squally, gusting. Although Superior is an inland lake, many people liken the waves to those of an ocean. The gales of November are especially dangerous and can create waves taller than 3-story buildings. Over 500 ships have disappeared below the waves, most still not found. Many shipwrecks are forbidden to disturb, classed as official graveyards. You can take a peek from a distance, but don't touch. Other ways to describe its size: gigantic, immense, massive, enormous, colossal. Lake Superior temperatures are so cold, they preserve shipwrecks for centuries and bodies for decades. For example, a man was found in the wreckage of the SS Kamloops. He had been in the lake for 49 years. The cold and dark had stopped bacterial growth. Ironically, the lake is also so big that even though temperatures in this part of the country stay well below freezing 4 to 5, 6 months out of the year, this mammoth lake never freezes completely over. Other ways to describe the temperature: frigid, bone-chilling, icy, numbing. There are many cottages, called camps by the locals, along the Canadian shoreline of Lake Superior, but few swim there even in the hottest days of summer. The surface temperature, for a short time, rises to a chilly 16 to 20 degrees Celsius. The tradition of sweating in a hot sauna and then jumping into a cold lake has been shared by the many Finnish immigrants, and these little buildings dot the shoreline. Lake Superior Provincial Park attracts over 75,000 hikers, campers, canoeists, and those who want to see the historical rock paintings. This cold surface temperature also produces the largest lake effect snowfalls in the world. Thunder Bay, on its northern shore, is named for the spectacular frequent thunderstorms. Other words for loud: ear-splitting, booming, crashing, deafening. So why would anyone live there? The outdoors, summer and winter, are spectacular playgrounds. But Lake Superior has its own sirens, calling fishers, summer and winter, sailors and surfers, boaters and cruisers, divers and explorers, and gutsy windsurfers. Once it calls to you, you're hooked, like a pike on a bucktail spinner. This beast of a lake is part of our Canadian identity. We breathe in cold offshore winds. We drink its cold water. We eat its nourishing fish. The waves are echoed in our hearts. The rocks, trees, and water are as much of us as our veins and blood and bones. Come learn about this majestic Great Lake. It has many more stories to tell. Keep learning.